Hey, I'm Frank, and I'm going to be walking you through the capabilities of our current RAG implementation with regard to Challenge 1. This is our RAG. We call it Rescue AI. And just to give a little background, we loaded our document index with historical legislation from the Department of Finance. These are proposed bills from the past that were reviewed by someone from finance and then either opposed or approved for consideration. So the results you actually see are going to be specific to bill propositions for the state of California. I think we all understand that the idea of RAG is to get a chat GPT-like experience, but with a closed information source. We're able to ask a question in plain English, like tell me about Bill AB 280. And as you can see, we get a response back pretty quickly, but most importantly, we can see some of the citations for where this information is coming from. And if we select a citation and look here under the title, you can actually see that the paragraph that the answer is found in, and you also have the context of the rest of the document if that's helpful to you. But the point is, it's not a black box. You can see that the answer comes from the document, not from a model. If you go to the supporting content and thought process tabs, you can't even see a snippet of text that was passed to the model as context for synthesizing the answer. And we realize the importance of this. When working with sensitive data, especially in government, you need that source attribution. Not just so that the end user can feel confident that the answer they're getting back is correct, but also from the auditability perspective. You need that transparency to know where the answers are coming from. Let's ask a follow-up question. So you'll recall from the problem statement that the challenge is to summarize what the bills are about, but also to learn how those bills relate to the governor's priorities and what fiscal impact they would have on the budget set for that year. So let's ask, how does this relate to the governor's priorities? Great. We can also ask, what fiscal impact does it have? Fantastic. So we already talked a little bit about the RAG architecture, but just to reiterate, the main takeaway is that whenever you need to parse large, disparate documents, gather up information, prioritize it, summarize it, and use it to answer questions, RAG is the ideal choice here because it does all of this out of the box. Again, for someone working in finance who reads through hundreds of bills, this solution saves a lot of time. Not only that, but there's no loss to accuracy since we provide the citations. In addition, we are able to perform benchmarking of the application by component and as an end-to-end solution. At DataSurge, we feel strongly about taking this modularized approach to development. We're able to run experiments on individual components, swap out models, and maintain version control of those models, allowing us to get the best possible performance. We know that if we can squeeze out 3 to 4% here and there, that ultimately that makes a difference of whether it makes or breaks a solution in production. Because none of this matters if you can't put it to use in a real environment on your own proprietary data. Thank you, and ask us about how you can try Rescue AI on your own data.